Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Hey everybody.
Yeah. So I just thought, you know what? I feel like playing more Kirby, and I want to play more Kirby, but I also want to stream Kirby. So let's fucking do Kirby.
I just found like a few minutes ago, there's a Pokemon that evolves by giving it its lobotomy, and I feel really weird.
Let's just jump right into it. It's just gonna be like one of those chill-ass streams.
I've been up way too long, have had way too many substances in me in the past 24 hours,
Oh, baby.
and I'm feeling pretty shit, so that's why I'm here.
Oh, baby. Oh, wait, I just realized I did the wrong thing. Every single level I play in this game, it's like, I have to fucking replay it, because I fuck it up. I fuck up the thing. I think I actually have to stomp the flowers in this one.
So like, there's a ton of Pokemon that grow extra heads as they evolve, and like, there's like 4 of them in G1, just G1, Gen 1. Pokemon calls it gens. Sorry, I've been talking about Bionicle and Transformers a lot today.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. G stands for Gen.
Yeah, but for some reason the Pokemon fandom calls it Gen and refers to generations as Gen, and the Transformers and Bionicle fandoms. Anyway, not the point. Anyway, there's like 4 in Generation 1 by itself, so it's not anything new.
Yeah, I had to stomp the flowers.
So it's not anything new that Hydreigon, the Pokemon I'm talking about.
Hello, Killer Andre. Welcome back to the stream.
It's not anything new that this Pokemon gains head by evolving. What is new, apparently, though, is that its mid-forms Pokedex entries indicate that the heads have separate consciousnesses, brains, and the third form's Pokedex entry specifies that the extra heads don't have brains. Which means it gave itself a lobotomy during its final evolution.
I love that.
Well, I mean, it's a dark Pokemon, so it's supposed to be fucked up, morally. But yeah. Oh, and also apparently okay, so it's like Dodrio, where the extra heads fight each other.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, Dodrio's 3 heads don't get along well, but they get. Okay, so Dodrio uses its extra heads as wings when it flies. That's canon, by the way. It can fly with its extra heads. With its heads, yes.
Alright then.
So Dodrio is known to. So Dodrio's heads are known to.
The thing I needed to do. It's fine.
So Dodrio's heads are known to cooperate sometimes, but apparently the mid-form of Hydreigon, like, its heads don't get along well, and they constantly fight for dominance, and whichever one of them is less dominant at the time of evolution just gets its brain disintegrated.
Survival of the fittest, my dude.
Yeah, and again, it's a dark Pokemon. It's the only one I can point to and say that is some really dark shit there.
I didn't know dark Pokemon were supposed to be fucked up.
Well, in Japan, the dark type is called evil.
Oh.
Most dark Pokemon just have a spooky or goth design. This Pokemon is the only one I can point to and say, yeah, that's pretty dark. Well, I guess Spiritomb. Spiritomb's pretty dark. Like the actual, like... Okay, so Spiritomb is literally the souls of the damned.
Oh.
Like, it's a swirling mass of 104 souls that have been banished to hell.
What the fuck? Oh no, not hell, the Shadow Realm.
Well, yeah, I guess, sure. I mean, the Pokedex doesn't specify where the souls came from, it just... yeah. So yeah, some of the dark Pokemon are pretty fucked up, but most of them just have dark, spooky designs. Gothic, spooky designs. Hold on, I think Yonmask might also be dark type. Hold on, let me check. Yonmask.
What do these cavemen even do? Am I just killing them for no reason?
Nope, Yonmask.
Yep, they do absolutely nothing. I am just murdering these poor cave people.
Alright, so apparently Yonmask and Confragrius are just ghost type, they're not dark.
Kirby is legitimately terrifying in this game because he's actually murdering people.
What type of Pokemon do you think Kirby would be?
Yeah.
Well, since Kirby's like an Eldritch abomination, I would say dark/none.
There are none type Pokemon? What?
No, it's a glitch type.
Oh.
It's basically some of the glitch Pokemon have it.
Let's see, do you know about the strange house in Black and White 2? That shit's fucking dark. I have no idea.
Strange house. Black and White 2. I mean, I don't know everything. Apparently, Liam and someone in our Discord chat.
Oh my god, it's Gourmet Race!
Apparently, Liam and someone in the Discord chat didn't know that the version legendaries for X and Y were literally designed to look like the letters.
I knew that.
Oh, the other guy didn't.
Also, I actually forgot that Kirby's Dream Land 3 came out after Kirby Superstar. I was thinking last night that the fucking... way back when Kirby was like a new thing, the different styles of the games were all over the fucking place. Like, it started with Dreamland 1 and 2, which were this style. Then they went to Kirby's Adventure, which had what would eventually become the GBA style. Then they did Superstar, which would eventually become the current style. And then they went back to the original style for this in 64. Like, it's all generally the same mechanics, but they're all, like, oriented and balanced differently, and it's easy to tell the difference between the two types of games. But it's just so weird how all over the place they were back then.
So I googled Strange House Black and White 2, and apparently it's literally called the Strange House.
Oh my god, the clean ability turns Koo into a fucking feather duster. I love it so much.
That's amazing. Oh, okay.
No, please.
House. This is a straight out haunted house. There's a dead chick haunting the house.
It's not a very good ability, is it? Fuck.
Being a haunted house?
Yes.
Being a haunted house is a great ability. You seen Monster House?
No.
What kind of Pokemon do you think it would be?
What kind of Pokemon do you think that thing I have not seen and just said I have not seen would be?
Yeah, Liam, what Pokemon do you think that movie would be? I'm at the house. It's a house. It's just a house.
You're a house.
Scary house. Anyway. Yeah, so Pokemon.
I agree. Oh, I love this ability. This one was in Dreamland 3. This is Dreamland 2. This is basically Tornado.
So I'm on the Pokemon Wiki right now. Killer Yandari asked if dark really means, if dark really is called, evil in Japan. Let me check. Because I'm on the Wiki right now. Might as well check.
How come Killer Yandari never has joined us on the stream?
That's a very good question. And, yes, the Japanese name for the dark type is just evil type.
Huh.
Which is...
subtle.
Fuck.
Subtle fuck, yes. Subtle fuck.
You wouldn't even know I was there? Oh.
Alright, let me see. What other Pokemon are dark? Let's see what other dark type Pokemon are fucked up. Let's see. Absol is a harbinger of disaster. I assume it actually shows up in game normally. There are a lot of Pokemon that have narrative differences to how the game actually works.
Oh, is that ice?
For instance, Diglett, Weezing, and Magnemite, supposedly, they evolve by merging with duplicates of each other. You never actually do that in game, ever.
That would be annoying.
And what? What about that, Reese? What?
Oh, I said that would be annoying.
Yeah, but it would be interesting. I mean, there's already like there's a shit ton of Pokemon, and they all evolve the same way.
I think I need to help this person clean.
Actually, no. There are some Pokemon that only evolve by being traded, and some Pokemon that only evolve
Yeah,
by...
like fucking, what is it? Alakazam?
Alakazam, Nidoking...
Gengar, too, I think?
Yeah, Gengar, I think. And some Pokemon only evolve if you hit them with a specific type of rock. Got him. Hey! Hey, Pikachu! You wanna be a Raichu? Hit it with a rock.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Am I doing this? I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I need to keep fucking... No, that character isn't in this level. What the fuck?
So theoretically, Pokemon that only evolve by having duplicates of them in the party wouldn't be any more annoying than methods of evolution Pokemon already have. It would just, you know, add variety and stuff. But for some reason, even though they've had Pokedex entries that specify that Pokemon work like this in narratively, there's never been a game where that actually works like that. And Slowpoke is supposedly evolves by whoa, that spider is really disturbing looking.
Yeah.
Wait, what spider?
I think I need a fucking different ability here. Fuck.
Reese, does Australia have daddy long legs? They have so many fucked up breeds of spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so basically...
Josie, just to confirm, can you look up what I'm supposed to do to get the heart in, the second level of Sand Canyon?
Sand Canyon... Kirby 3...
Same.
Oh god, that tastes weird coming up. So I had like a weird... I just threw a bunch of shit in a bowl and heated it, and I guess that's what cooking is. And it was edible. I guess.
How weird are we talking? Like a banana and a garden gnome?
No. But if one of those wasn't made of porcelain, I would try that, just for the lulz. It was all food. I basically
Was it really?
It was rice, mixed peppers, and a bottle of Szechuan cooking sauce.
Okay.
I ordered it on Amazon when the McDonald's fiasco first happened. I thought, I'm not gonna bother with that. That looks like it's gonna be a disaster. I'm just gonna order a bottle of Szechuan sauce on Amazon and eat it with Wendy's. And I did. And unfortunately, Amazon, despite having been around since the 90s, do not differentiate between cooking sauces and dipping sauces on their website. I bought a bottle of Szechuan cooking sauce, and then I tried to dip chicken into it. It did not taste very good.
And that's when Josie learned the meaning of life.
No, that was when I learned that Amazon is stupid about sauces. Oh, it was in the night. Oh, God.
What?
It's been a while since I tried to pronounce that name. Anyone remember Hypno, the creepy psychic from Pokemon? Yes, I have all of the Gen 1 Pokemon memorized.
Okay.
It's one of the incredibly useless factoids that I have committed to memory, apparently. All of the Generation 1 Pokemon. Every single one.
I may have beefed it again.
And now that we're talking about how Generation one of Pokemon was so important to me, apparently, at one point. Now I'm gonna look up if Ash actually has this fucked up lobotomy Pokemon on his team.
Do you remember when they made an anime out of Pokemon?
Yep, it's still going on after all of this time. Ash, oh my god. Yep. Oh, wonderful! Hydreigon's actually been in the anime. Wonderful.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm checking all of its trainers to see if one of them was a main character or not. Well, this doesn't look like a main character.
Alright, I know what I have to do now. Vaguely.
Hydra trainer. Just named trainer. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like Ash ever actually had a Hydreigon in the anime, which is good because then they'd have to make an episode about late-term abortion, and no one wants to see it. No one wants to see the Pokemon anime make an episode about late-term abortion.
I'm so confused.
You know when they're alive, it's not abortion anymore, right? It's just murder.
That's what you think.
Yeah, but when it's a natural bodily process, then I guess it's actually more like absorption of a twin in the womb. At any rate, it's fucked up. This Pokemon's fucked up. Like, anyway, we were talking about what other Dark-type Pokemon are actually legit fucked up and not just creepy looking.
There we are. I figured the thing out. Yay!
So, Absol is this cool dog Pokemon that narratively only appears to foreshadow a great disaster. In-game, it just shows up as a Pokemon. They don't bother making the lore entries actually have a narrative gameplay function. Let's see. Darkrai is basically the boogeyman. It's made of nightmares, so that's, I guess, kind of fucked up. I don't know.
I am also made of nightmares.
Still don't think it's worse than the Hydreigon. Let's see.
I think we're all made of nightmares here.
I think we all want to touch Liam's nipples here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there are any other Pokemon that are as fucked up as Hydreigon. Well, I mean, there's a Pokemon called Scrafty that's basically it's modeled after a black guy, but if he was a salamander, so that's kind of fucked up, but not for the same reasons. Not for the same reasons. Not for the reasons we're looking for.
I have several questions.
Okay, so it's basically a Pokemon designed after the stereotype of a hoodlum gangster.
Oh, I forgot about the Ghost Waddle Dees. The Ghost Genie Waddle Dees.
Let's see. Yep. So yeah, none of the other Pokemon really hold a candle to killing part of itself to evolve. Like, that's probably not something they can top, really. I can't think of any other way they could possibly make a Pokemon more fucked up.
True.
When you think about it, to evolve, don't we all have to kill part of ourselves?
They implied that in the anime. In the anime where Jesse and James evolved Wheezing and on Arbok. Well, at the time, Coughing and Ekans.
Yeah.
They found out I guess in universe, it's a belief that when a Pokemon evolves, they become a different Pokemon altogether.
What?
So basically...
But that's ridiculous.
That made them very sad in the comically over-the-top way that anime characters get.
Like, that's ridiculous even within the context of its own universe because of the whole Charizard thing.
I mean, Charizard is a huge asshole when he wasn't before, so...
But he's still the same dude.
He's still the same being, but, I mean, he does have a different personality.
Maybe it's like doctors getting new regenerations.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like doctors. Are we talking medical doctors or Doctor Who doctors?
I love how you had to ask that for some reason.
Well, yeah, because it's based in fact. Everyone knows that that's how they get new doctors. No one actually learns medical science anymore. It's just when a doctor dies, they regenerate and become a new doctor.
Oh, my bad. I must have forgotten about that tidbit.
Yeah, so
also that apparently we've had a stable population of doctors like forever.
Yep. You ever go in to get your butt looked at? That guy's been
That guy's seen a lot of butts.
That guy's been around for thousands and thousands of butts. Thousands of butts. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So.
Yeah?
Anyway, so even more fucked up is that this Pokemon, like, the vestigial head of its twin doesn't go away. It becomes its arm.
Oh.
And it grows another head, which never had a brain to begin with, so that's less fucked up. Still disturbing, but less fucked up. And yeah, it just permanently has its the remains of its twin brother granted onto it, and you can use it as a sock puppet.
Jesus.
It's fun.
I mean, so do I.
It's a fun little sock puppet on a dragon. It's a dragon with fun little sock puppets. How fun. Also, it had emo hair in its base form.
Okay.
I'm liking it more and more.
Yeah, like straight up, Blue Diamond's Pearl, or you know, basically like a bowl, basically like the stereotypical bowl cut covering the eyes.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't have eyes in its base form. It's completely blind. And its hair still covers where its eyes should be, so it's unclear if it has eyes in its mid form. And although it loses one of its two brains in its third form, it gains eyes on all three heads.
Well, that's a bonus.
I don't know. No! And I guess it can see out of the eyes. I'm not entirely sure. This
I hate these fucking puzzles.
Because
if you fuck it up once, you have to redo the entire fucking level.
Why is Humpty Dumpty in this level?
I don't know, but he's annoying.
Oh, it was an Oceanite. Charizard was the worst anime Pokemon with Ash. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Pokemon is still going as an anime. It never stopped. It's been going on. It's basically the anime equivalent of The Simpsons. It's the anime equivalent of The Simpsons.
Do those voice actors get paid well?
I don't think they've had to think. I don't think they've had to acknowledge that question yet, because after the show switched from 4Kids to someone else, and 4Kids is non-union, so I assume that the voice actors are, like, from an entirely different... Like, they probably have union voice actors now, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Let's see, Pokemon
Doesn't
anime...
4Kids only control the dub?
Huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the Japanese voice actors might be different. Maybe the same. I don't. Pokemon. 4Kids isn't even mentioned on the... Why am I looking this up on the Pokemon wiki? I could just look up the Pokemon anime on the actual Wikipedia. Did you figure out your level? Because I forgot to look it up.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That was like 2 levels ago, Josie.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it in my Chrome tabs, and I realized, oh wait, I forgot to actually help Liam. Aren't I a good friend to you?
Yeah.
To be fair, it is just... It is fun to hear Liam fail.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Pokemon first aired on April Fool's Day.
Oh.
So, Easter this year...
Apparently falls on April Fool's Day.
Alright, so
because
Easter
Jesus
this year...
is a joke, you see.
Okay, so Easter is on April Fool's Day. Logan Paul was born on April Fool's Day. Pokemon.
Therefore, Logan Paul is
Day.
Jesus.
And Pokemon. Just Pokemon itself.
True.
4Kids ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! 4Kids, I would say Pokemon ruined 4Kids significantly more than they ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, wait. Take 2 on that. I don't remember. I don't even remember how I started that sentence. If I started it right. 4Kids, I think, ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! Way more than they ruined Pokemon, because even though 4Kids is basically dead and has nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, Yu-Gi-Oh! like they made permanent concessions in the card game based on 4Kids' English dub. Like, basically all of the changes, basically all of the censorship that 4Kids did to Yu-Gi-Oh! Got translated into the card game, even though it technically didn't need to. Which is weird. You would think that if they cared so much about brand synergy, they would actually make cards work the way they do in the show. But whatever.
But making the cards work the way they do in the show would break the whole fucking game.
Yeah, well, the game's already broken. I will never let it go that Blue Flame Swordsman does not summon monsters out of the future deck.
I'm gonna be a piece of shit about this, because I don't want to deal with this shit again.
Liam, do what Humpty Dumpty. Do what Humpty Dumpty
Motherfucker,
wants.
I am not doing that again.
Just do what Humpty Dumpty wants.
Fucking 6.
Anyway.
I hate these fucking puzzles.
Where was I? Yu-Gi-Oh! Right. So, Konami did this thing where they released, okay. So...
I swear to fucking God, game. These are so stupid.
I don't know when this decision was made or why, but Joey Wheeler's signature card in the anime, Flame Swordsman, it's a fusion monster in the card game. So it's actually completely unusable instead of just sort of unusable.
Oh, it changes! It changes even if you save the state. Oh, that's cool. That's
wonderful.
Cool.
Well, at least you can just do this eternally. Anyway, so Joey's signature card, Flame Swordsman, it's still canonically a monster that requires 1 tribute to summon. So it's still pretty unusable, even if it was a normal monster. But making the fusion monster just means that there's legitimately no reason it would ever see play ever. And that's basically Joey Wheeler in a nutshell. Yu-Gi-Oh jokes.
Brooklyn Rage?
Yeah. Oh, apparently that's the apparent. Okay, so the 4Kids voice actor for Joey Wheeler was asked at a convention what his favorite quote from his character was, and he said he answered, "It wasn't actually a line that I said, but my favorite line of his is Brooklyn Rage."
Yeah.
So it is official that 4Kids prefers Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series to their own work.
How is that?
Or at least the voice actor for Joey Wheeler.
We should make Josie president.
Yeah, I'll be president someday.
So...
Right, what was I talking about? Games.
Do you have weirder tweets than Trump?
So, because at some point the producers of the anime at some point had to realize that Flame Swordsman was a fusion monster, and not whatever the hell they thought it was in the show. So what they did was they created a new card called Blue Flame Swordsman that was a monster you could actually summon, and that when it was destroyed would summon actual Flame Swordsman, so that you could circumvent the fact that you couldn't actually summon Flame Swordsman in game.
Okay.
And you know what Konami did?
What?
When they decided to actually decided to make Blue Flame Swordsman in the game, they decided to make it have nothing to do with fusion monsters in the interest of making it have a good effect.
Okay.
Now, see, okay, so what it does is it summons fire attribute warrior type monsters, which is actually a very useful effect, but it does not summon from the extra deck, which is what they retitled the fusion deck to after Yu-Gi-Oh! Ended the first time. So basically, this card that in the anime only existed so that you could play Joey's card that he liked. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, so you still can't play Flame Swordsman. I was pissed. And I don't even care that much about Flame Swordsman.
True.
Like, at all. Like, at all. No one does. I was just thought, damn it, Konami! This is the only one of your franchises that you seem to give any shit about, and you can't even get this right. Like, this is like, Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part, they're paying more respect to than any of their other properties. And they're still fucking it up. Like, the game is ridiculous. Like, I still haven't been able to wrap my head around this new summoning gimmick, Link Monsters.
I haven't even tried.
Yeah, apparently you summon Link Monsters based on the placement of the cards on the field.
Okay.
And that,
Makes sense to me.
like, they already had a whole card archetype where their effects were based on the placement of cards on the field, the physical placement of cards on the field, and no one liked it, so they stopped using that. And now they've based an entire summoning gimmick around it. And this isn't like one self-contained archetype, which is like 12 cards that no one has to use. Like, this is a summoning gimmick. Basically, basically the defining gimmick of an entire anime of Yu-Gi-Oh, which means there are just a shit ton of cards that utilize the Link Monster mechanic. You basically can't avoid it. And yeah, it's kind of nice that everybody feels the same way about Link Monsters as I did about Synchros when they were new. Like, I haven't talked to a single person that thinks Link Monsters are a good idea. I'm open to the idea that they could be, because I felt the same way about Synchro Monsters when they were new. And everyone loves those now.
Yeah, Synchros are okay.
I think they're okay. Link Monsters, like, I'm open to the idea of the stupidest sounding card game mechanic of all time. But, I mean, you could have just had an anime with, you could have just had a back to basic style anime with no real gimmick.
No.
People would have liked that.
This game is actually pretty hard for a Kirby game.
So, like, Arc 5, Arc V, whatever it was about a circus performer who instead of playing card games to be good at the card games, he played card games to entertain an audience. And yeah, it's incredibly meta. Like,
so basically what we do.
Basically what the whole anime has been about this whole time. Playing card games to entertain an audience. Like, everyone else in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime narratively is apparently good at the game, even though they're not really. Like, this guy specifically does not. He tries to be entertaining to watch rather than be good at the game. He's a circus. He's literally a circus performer by occupation. And like the show, they don't even bother titling it. It's just called Arc 5. Like, it's incredibly meta, and like the plot is about all of the summoning gimmicks from the previous series having entire parallel universes devoted to them.
Is Arc 5 actually the 5th season?
No, it's the 5th series.
Same thing.
Not really, because each of the series has individual seasons.
Oh.
Yeah, Duel Monsters had 4 seasons, maybe 5. I don't really know. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX had 4. I think 5Ds had 4. The less I think about Zeal, the happier a person I am.
What's wrong with Zeal?
I don't remember. I remember everyone hated it.
So there's a knockoff Emoji Movie merchandise.
Oh, wonderful.
That's using Emoji Movie porn.
Oh, wonderful.
Amazing.
Is that anything like the mail supplements Word Funk that were in an episode of Word Funk? Leon was at a convenience store and just saw some I think he said they were Viagra. I don't remember exactly what he said. I don't think he didn't use the word Viagra. He did what I do and tried to use euphemisms. I don't know why I use euphemisms. Anyway, it had Street Fighter porn on it.
It's because we're such a safe for work show.
It's a street. Anyway, so he either saw condoms or Viagra or some shit at a convenience store, just on the desk where the money goes, where you put the money, the counter. That's what it is. That's the word. And it had Street Fighter porn on the counter, like Street Fighter porn fan art.
Amazing.
Yep. Anyway, Emoji Movie porn, huh?
Yep.
So if Saudi Arabia is serious about, well, I know they're not serious about being open to other cultures now, because the movie, they decided to let their first movie be the Emoji Movie, so they're not serious about they're not taking anything seriously. They're like, no, see, we're not exactly what we are. We have movies now. What's a movie that doesn't challenge us in any way? Emoji. We have the Emoji Movie. See? Anyway, I don't remember what I was watching, but I remembered I watched a thing that if Saudi Arabia keeps being open to movies being released there, eventually eventually years down the line, we're gonna get a generation of Saudi Arabian film directors.
Oh, fuck off. Hey, yes, I'm getting all the heart stars, and this one's being a piece of shit.
Eventually, we're gonna get a generation of Saudi Arabian film directors inspired by the works of the Emoji Movie.
But why?
So because that's the first movie that was released there in 34 years. Do you not know? Do you not know this? Do you not pay attention to me?
No.
Okay, the first 2 movies released.
I don't give a fuck about what you have to say, Josie. Fuck you.
The first movie released.
What the fuck?
Okay, the first movie. Saudi Arabia has a ban on a lot of things. One of them was movies, and for 34 years they just didn't legally watch movies in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
First movie that they've had, the first movie that they had released in Saudi Arabia in 30-something years was the Emoji Movie, and some other piece of shit I don't remember.
And for the record, Spud Gun Merc, I would appreciate the fucking help on these because I'm just gonna keep going back and forth to these fucking things until it happens. So
I forgot we had a Twitch chat. Sorry, I saw the word Murkrow, so I had to imitate its call.
okay.
Killer Yanari says she found a Murkrow while playing Ultra Moon.
Oh.
Yeah, Murkrow is an example of a dark-type Pokemon that just has a spooky, scary design. It's not even. It's more of a Halloween fun type spooky than an actual scary. It's just a crow wearing a hat. It's cute. It's just a crow wearing a hat. When it evolves, it's like its hat turns into like a fedora or whatever, and its wings are.
But bottom, then middle, then what? What? No. Well, it's too late now.
Well, stop going top, Liam. Stop topping. Stop going top.
I think this is right because I'm fighting a boss. So.
But do we want Gonto in the stream?
I don't fucking care.
Okay.
What?
Yep. Come in and see us sometime.
Clean.
Clean.
Well, that's it. Alright. Good. Good.
Right,
oh,
so,
this background is pretty.
So Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 doesn't just stop
This
being
whole
meta
game is pretty. Fuck.
It doesn't just stop being meta at the basic premise of a circus performer playing card games to entertain an audience. Like, the plot of the series revolves around parallel dimensions, and every parallel dimension is based off of a previous season of the series of the anime. I don't know anything about the dimension based on Ixie monsters. I don't know if maybe all the characters are annoying assholes. I don't know. But I do know that there is a 5Ds inspired dimension that's basically the world from 5Ds. And like there are actual 5Ds characters that appear in Arc 5. And there's an evil dimension. There's like an evil Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duelist Academy. And they represent the fusion dimension. I was really hoping that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie would be a tie-in to Arc 5 because it's called The Dark Side of Dimensions, and that's a really stupid title that isn't even grammatically correct. And I was really hoping Okay, the only reason to have such an awkward title is if this movie has to do with the current running show that has to do with dimensions, and you know it didn't. It didn't.
All right, this one looks like it's got to be something to do with Choo Choo.
Anyway.
I'm gonna challenge myself not to kill these cavemen this time.
So speaking of disappointment with Yu-Gi-Oh in relation to Arc 5.
Speaking of disappointment.
Yep. So I was really hoping that this circus performer show would be Yu-Gi-Oh's swan song to the overly elaborate summoning gimmicks, and the next series would just be a back to basics type of no ridiculous stupid shit. Well, yeah, it's an anime, so it has to have ridiculous stupid shit. But I mean, no ridiculous stupid shit coming out of the thing that's new things. You know? Like, all right, we've exhausted every possible color we can make a card now. Let's not have a new one. Let's not have a new summoning gimmick. Just back to basics. No, Link Monsters, virtual reality, the 90s.
Ow. Remember the 90s?
Remember the 90s? Skateboards! Virtual reality! Blue!
I remember Blue.
Yeah, so Link Monsters are blue, even though they've
come
already had
on!
blue monsters.
Fucking... Ugh.
So Link Monsters are blue, even though they've already had blue monsters, because...
This isn't even a particularly good ability. Fuck this.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's a mess. Also, apparently every series takes place progressively farther in the future. So...
I'm pretty sure that much was obvious.
Yeah, well... presents a really dark outlook on life. That,
yeah, fucking 5Ds.
Well, 5Ds explicitly takes place in a parallel timeline.
Oh.
I'm talking more about the canon timeline of everyone still lives on Earth, and it's mostly contemporary-ish, and nothing really is different, and everyone plays just plays card games. And all scientific progress is determined by new ways to play card games rather than new ways to get to space.
True. I'm positive those are ice blocks, but there's no fire here, so I'm confused.
So yeah, so basically,
back down.
So basically, 5Ds. In a very meta twist, basically, 5Ds did in fact herald the death of the ultimate fate of the universe. In that, Yu-Gi-Oh is basically like just fucked up the timeline. It's fucked up. Always Notice Tonight says after GX there's two timelines, 5Ds and Zeal. After Zeal is Arc 5. Technically Arc 5 can be its own timeline. Yeah. So the timeline, there's 3 timelines now. And the thing is though that it's fucked up because
now I get fucking fire.
Like, humans are still living on Earth, and all scientific progress is determined by card games rather than space travel. Like, here in this world, like the reason that we do all sorts of weird shit.
Oh yeah, Rick can jump on things.
The reason we do all sorts of weird shit in space, like blowing a car into space, is because, basically, doing weird space travel bullshit actually can inspire new technologies. Like, I know eyeglasses specifically, like, eyeglass lenses were made out of actual glass until...
What the fuck is the point of this ability? This is... What?
That is weird.
Oh, okay, so it turns Choo Choo into a hot air balloon when you jump. That's still kind of useless, but alright.
Yeah. So anyway, eyeglass lenses were made out of actual glass because no one thought that was a problem. until they needed to figure out how to put windows on space stations, and then they thought, hey, what about transparent plastic?
Well, oh, come on.
And
Go through the door!
okay, so I don't mean transparent plastic because we already had that, I think. I mean, whatever eyeglass lenses are made out of. Hi, you! Ibbie, hi!
Hi, fuck me.
There, Ibbie's... there we go.
You maniacs.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
Oh shit, laser? Oh shit.
So, Ganto and Reese don't get along, so that's why they asked. So that's why he asked before coming.
I forgot about that. Who does get along with Reese, though? Let's be honest.
I do.
Thanks.
I love Reese. I'm sorry. Everything's bad. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, so we do all sorts of weird shit like blowing cars into space and trying to build trying to install Wi-Fi on the moon, because doing so it provides a good benchmark of what we can do and gives us we've invented a whole lot of shit.
Okay, that's an ability.
So we've invented a whole lot of shit that we never thought we needed, or.
Hey, are you guys streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
Jonah.
doing Kirby's Dream Land 3.
So, Jonah. Wait, Jonah, did Jonah just leave? Who just left? All right. Anyway, we had a lot of things we didn't even think about until we needed them for space, and then we thought, hey, this is kind of cool. Maybe we should make it consumable. Hi, Jonah, or Ganto, or whoever it is. I really should check.
Kirby look high.
I really should check when I can hear beeps. Kirby looks high because that thing that's on his head is sucking on his brains.
I thought you beat the game already.
What?
I thought you beat Kirby already.
Kirby's Dream Land 3 for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, you mean the best one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Kirby's
You
game.
should have been here. You should have been here for the last stream of this. Liam didn't know that this game had transparent water,
No, I knew it did. It was just like I forgot. I didn't think that the SNES Classic would freak out about it.
Wait, they didn't come on the SNES Classic?
No.
What?
Yeah,
It's like
Superstar did.
Superstar did because that game was. So it's debatable whether Dreamland 3 or Superstar is the better game, but one of them is clearly more popular.
That is actually a really tough question because they're both great. They're great for different reasons.
Hey.
Yep.
I mean, one has Blue Goopy Dude.
Yeah,
Which
I
ups it-
was
which
saying
ups it like
earlier,
5
it's
points.
really weird how the styles of the original Kirby games way back when were so all over the place.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what was the style of Adventure 2? I never played it.
Adventure was literally just Nightmare. It was the original version of Nightmare in Dreamland.
Yeah.
He said
No,
Adventure 2, Liam.
There was no Adventure 2.
Wait, what? Oh, not Adventure 2. I mean Dreamland 2.
Oh, Dreamland 2 was basically this, but with fewer friends.
Oh, so my life right now.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so weird. It's like fucking... It started with Dreamland 1 and 2, which were this style. Then they switched it up for Adventure, which was what would become the GBA styles. Then they made Superstar, which is what would become the modern style. Then they made this in 64, which were the original styles again.
I think I'll stay on the stream for probably half an hour or so, and then I'm gonna go on a walk, I think.
Alright, good. Now, Jonah, we have a very
I might
important
go for
question.
a walk too. It's like +2
Liam,
out of
shut
nice.
up! Liam, we have a very important question to ask Jonah. Jonah,
What?
you have been in the random voice channel on Discord all day.
Yeah.
And we both have checked on you, and you didn't actually seem to be at your computer. Were you only in the voice chat on accident?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Jonah, is your live performance up like I say?
Well, yes, it is.
Well, yes.
Both.
Wait, what, did you hear anything?
I
No.
heard background noise. People.
I also heard background noise. You
Should I just be on random voice at all times?
You know what? Just confuse people? Sure, why not?
We'll just make a Jonah's voice category.
What if we made a bot? What if we made a bot that was just always playing background noise?
What if...
Like
it was
on
what?
a loop. Like if we have a bot that just plays a sound file of background
what?
noise
No!
on loop at all times.
I was not. I had no idea what I was doing.
At
What
all
if we make it-
times.
what
At
if
all
we made it-
times.
Yeah.
At all times, we just have a bot that's playing background noise, just constantly at
I
all
thought
times.
you were gonna say Back to the Future for some reason.
I mean, we can have a bot that's playing Back to the Future, Liam. If that's what you want.
What if I made it? What if I made a Discord server, which was completely composed of voice channels, and each voice channel was a microphone in a different room of my house?
Huh.
That would be weird. That would be really. What if we had a Discord and we just filled it
Hey
with
Josie,
bots?
Josie, you can't tell me something's weird when years ago you literally said you wanted to do a 24/7 live stream of your
Liam?
life.
And you
POV.
also
Jonah?
did Pringles vlogs.
Jonah. First off, there are actually people that do 24/7 streams. I'm gonna check up on the one guy that I know that does it. That was a bad idea. But Jonah, me saying something's weird doesn't mean it's a bad idea. You should totally set up microphones in every room in your house.
Alright. I've been trying to
And
figure out...
inside you.
You should just carry around you a bundle of microphones and just put microphones literally everywhere you go for the rest of your life.
Josie, a question has been plaguing me.
Okay.
Am I Troy, Pierce, Britta, or Abed?
I
Britta.
think you're closer to Jeff.
Britta!
Yeah.
God fucking damn it. I don't know the path for this one.
Yeah. Liam is Jeff. I'm Abed. You're Britta.
Am I Pierce because no one likes me?
No, I guess if I'm Abed, then you're Troy.
I'm not
Whoa.
comfortable with this.
What is the path for this area? I don't understand.
I think Reese... I don't know. Reese, no, Josie's the dean. What are we saying?
What the fuck?
Oh.
I do not... Okay, what is the path for this Rob part?
Okay, so if I'm not Abed, then
Can
then
somebody
Jonah
look
might be
into this?
Abed. No, I'd rather talk about community.
Alright, I guess we're just not ever going to get anywhere in this stream then, thanks.
Yay! Constant, never-ending stream! Everything is stream! We're streaming all the time because
Is it-
Liam's bad at this game. Never-ending stream!
So, I'm
Josie-
sorry, but how is Josie like the Dean?
Because that's really weird.
Because she likes to put together fun and interesting things for us to do.
Damn, if you want a solution, what is this level called?
I don't fucking
Liam.
remember. It's the last level of Sand Canyon.
Alright,
It's
Sam,
what you're getting parts for Rob, so that's pretty easy to fucking look up.
Sand Canyon Rob parts. No, Google, I don't want the Santa Clarita diet. What the fuck?
What?
I look up Sand Canyon Rob parts, and Google thinks that I want to search. Did you mean Santa Clarita diet?
Hey guys!
You know what?
It's the upper left path.
I think that Reese actually has the personality that's most like Jeff Winger.
Wait, what?
Just thinking about it.
Everyone is Jeff.
No, well,
Everyone is Jeff.
not in terms of morality, but in terms of presentation.
I like that
Liam,
nobody
is
knows
this
that
boarding the pyramid hub, part star, assemble the robot buddy, or out of the pyramid?
Robot buddy.
I think Liam. See this? Never mind, because there's no way I can say any of this without offending.
No, I want to hear this.
Yeah, let's
Kind and
offend
Spark
people.
Kind and Spark for door paths. Kind.
This isn't the UK, you won't get charged for being grossly offensive.
Okay, so which room is this?
Spud Gun says Kind and Spark for door paths.
I think people should be arrested. for
Oh,
being
you need the
gross.
thing that's not available anywhere in this world. Okay, that's cool.
I don't. Liam.
So I
he
literally
may
have to
said
go
it-
back to level 2 just to get this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
game.
Tell me what room you're in or what parts you're looking for.
Liam, he may have said that thing about Spark and Kind earlier, and I just didn't read it. in time.
Okay, but
Can
it's
we-
not available in that entire world.
I just
Okay,
wanted
but-
to acknowledge.
Which means
to
it's
I wanna
not
take-
in this stream, even.
Okay, but I wanted to hear something grossly offensive.
Same.
To be fair, I could teach my dog to Zeke.
What was it? What was it that guy did again? What was it that guy did again?
Oh,
he taught his dog to Zeke Heil.
No, he taught his dog to react to Nazi statements the way he would react to the term "good boy."
And he did it to piss off his girlfriend.
Yes.
And he successfully pissed off his girlfriend because he got arrested for it.
And he went to jail. He went to jail.
Yeah, he got
He went to jail because he taught a dog.
Don't let your
because he
memes be dreams, guys.
He taught a dog.
I'm a pretty stringent social justice activist, and even I'm having a hard time wrapping myself into saying that makes any sense.
It's just because it doesn't make any sense. 4 million people saw it and didn't take offense to it.
No, it's not about offense, because offense has nothing to do with social justice.
Because it's just like...
It has to do with action and cause.
Yeah,
but
it's just like...
training your dog to say Sieg Heil persecutes no one.
Yeah, it doesn't...
It just makes you look like an asshole.
No,
Exactly.
that's not what he did.
It doesn't infringe on anybody's rights.
Literally,
What it does is it just makes you look retarded.
Literally, the only thing this guy did was teach his dog to react to statements as if someone had said "good boy."
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
need
not-
to-
it's not-
Where the
it's not-
fuck
it's-
is a quick place to get goddamn Spark? Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
It's not like the dog is going to like spread in dog culture Nazi
no,
ideals.
they said that he was using Buddha as a smokescreen for his to spread his seriously anti-Semitic views.
How? What's dog gonna do?
Yes.
Is the dog gonna like shave his fur and go to a dog head convention?
No, I mean it's just.
I think the headlines are about the dog, but it's more generally about running
fuck.
a fucking hate account.
Shit, Spudgun
just-
Murphy, where is a quick place to get Spark? Because I actually cannot be bothered going through entire levels with Kine.
Liam,
Because it's just like they want to stop him. They want to stop you from doing things they don't like. They arrested him for doing something that they found mean. And from what I gathered, it was the police that actually went to the, what was it? The Scottish Jewish leader or whatever, and asked him, "Hey, complain about this so we can arrest him." That's from what
fuck
what
off.
I heard.
Reese, what's your take on it? Because literally this the Ganto is the only take I've heard on it.
Liam, it was the pyramid. It was for the pyramid. He finds it amusing that you.
I know he said it was for the pyramid. I'm literally just looking for a place for Spark, unless he meant there's Spark in here somewhere. Also, oh, it's literally right there. Also, I'm about to fucking die.
Good. Anyway. Hi. You get all the abilities and animal buddies in the pyramid.
Okay. Well, I could not find Kine anywhere, so I guess I gotta do another one of those areas first.
Ganto said that he's just gonna play games for a while.
Oh, did you leave?
I don't think Ganto ever came in. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ibbie.
I saw
I
like
constantly confuse your voice.
And speaking of confusing voices, speaking of confusing voices, Luroka and Ibbie are both here.
Now we just need to get Aiden, and nobody will know who anyone is.
We need a stream that's just Aiden, Ganto, Ibbie, Luroka, and everyone else who sounds like this.
Reese, what's your take on the dog thing?
Oh, I think Reese
I
was
don't
trying
fucking
to say
know. It's a fucking dick thing to teach a dog to be a Nazi.
Yeah, I mean it's a dick thing, but it's just like.
But he's not teaching his dog to be a Nazi.
So the
He's
thing was,
He's teaching his dog to react to things it doesn't understand in a specific way.
Even still.
Yes, I was making a fucking joke. Thank you. I'm aware that a dog cannot embrace the tenets of
And I
Nazism.
mean, my thing is, he can hold the views. You can even say like, he can even like hold that view. That should be his right. Now he shouldn't infringe on the rights of others for his
You
views.
should
but,
not
like,
infringe on the rights of dogs to be Nazis.
Guys, Reese said it while you were talking like 15 minutes ago and didn't want to bring it up again. But it was more about the principle of the thing. Was this guy did a thing to piss off his girlfriend on purpose. He shouldn't be arrested for that,
Right.
but it still shouldn't have done it.
Let's analyze.
Yeah, I know. He probably should have deleted it off of YouTube, but still.
So let's analyze the joke and determine its content. So the joke is.
Like, am I the only one that?
No, I'm being serious here. I'm being serious here. So you have so I think that we can all agree that a dog responding to Sieg Heil is funny. It's funny to me.
It was funny when a Finnish man did it back in the 30s and 40s, and Hitler arrested him for it. I think it should still be funny now. Oh yeah, Hitler arrested somebody for teaching their dog to Sieg Heil.
Why?
So it's
Because it was offensive to his regime.
How
Because
is that
it-
offensive to his regime? You would
Because-
think that would be like...
Because it's making fun of him.
It was making fun of him.
Yeah, it's just like Hitler
Because
was
no,
mad
no,
because somebody was
because
making-
Sieg Heil basically means hail the emperor. So they're equating a dog with Hitler. That's why it offended him.
Yeah.
But Hitler liked dogs.
Yeah, but he didn't want you making fun of him. Is the thing.
So wait, okay, yeah, I was going to dissect the joke. So why is the joke funny?
Dog?
Because a pug is adorable and a Nazi's not.
So
it was
is
a
the
pug that he did it? Oh my god.
Yes.
so is the humor the contrast between something so lovable and something so heinous?
Well, I mean that was the point of the joke when he made the joke.
All right, then I see nothing wrong with it because the content of the joke in no way endorses the tenets of Nazism.
Yeah.
I mean,
You might even think it's an unfunny joke. My point is, you might even think it's an unfunny joke. He still should be allowed to make the joke.
okay, but here's the thing, like...
Bottom door of the pyramid.
Yes, Josie, we've already done it.
Well,
Oh, I thought that was like a metaphor. I thought that was like a social justice metaphor. Like
Yeah,
it's
man.
the bottom,
It's the bottom door.
Bottom door of the the bottom door of the pyramid leads you straight to the Nazi
Whoa,
dog room.
whoa, that's freaky as shit.
The bottom door of the pyramid leads you straight to the room with all the Nazi
No,
dogs.
I have been eaten by the room.
No,
Wow.
really?
Oh my god!
Oh my
You've been
god.
You've been eaten by the cast of The Room.
Oh my.
No, he's been eaten by the
Greg
anthropomorphic.
Cicero got him.
Oh, hi,
No,
Kirby.
it'd be like if.
No, I didn't want
It'd be
to
like-
exit the...
Oh, so apparently Jacob Shepard didn't know we were streaming because
I
YouTube was
didn't-
broken. YouTube.
Why is the fucking rightmost door the exit to this hub area? What the fuck sense does that make?
That's pretty weird.
Right.
Anyway, Jacob Shepard says
here.
that Jacob Shepard says he didn't know we were streaming because YouTube didn't notify him. Well, I also tweeted it and posted it on the Beaver House Facebook page and put it in the Discord. So, I mean,
I don't know.
That's on you, Jacob Shepard.
I mean, YouTube is shit at notifying people. Like, they actively try to hide content that people want to watch from them. But I mean, I did post it. I do post the link to the stream everywhere that I'm capable of posting it to.
Maybe the difference is that America was so geographically distant from the Second World War that we don't see it as serious of a subject as like someone as like a European does.
Can I say something? I'm actually kind of proud of YouTube right now because the Nazi dog video is still up. I mean, it's still identified as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences, but YouTube hasn't straight up removed it because they appreciate that it's a joke.
No,
Or
they just don't give a fuck.
It's just that
to be fair.
No, they haven't removed it for any moral reason. The reason they haven't removed it is because someone has done a cost benefit analysis of it and has decided they're going to make more ad revenue than they will lose viewers.
Also, if someone went to jail over it, then removing it would be an infringement on justice.
Oh yeah, because it'd be interfering with evidence.
It's interfering with evidence. If someone was arrested,
no, it wouldn't be. You could just download it.
Yeah, they'd make an archive copy of it that you don't have the child porn up.
Okay, that's a good point. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. Nobody say anything.
Go.
Ibbie.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
You are?
Good night.
All right, I might have to go then because I'm gonna get ganged up on by the alt-right.
Reactionary scum.
What do you mean you're gonna get ganged up on by the alt-right?
They're gonna gang up on me.
I'll protect you.
I'm joking.
Okay, I have no idea what this room is. Okay, alright. I'm just gonna, like, do this by trial and error then.
So apparently... Wait, I shouldn't say this on the stream. Never mind.
What? No, I wanna hear
No,
this.
say it on the stream. We're a haven for offensive speech.
No, it's not offensive, it's personal, so I'm gonna say it later.
Okay. No, now you definitely have to say it.
Well, I was invited to an 11-person orgy the other day. And...
What, did you go?
Well, the problem is they were furries, right?
What, do you not like furries?
It's not that I don't like furries, it's just I don't like how they blast my ass with a dildo every time I come home.
I think that was the most over-the-top NSFW thing you've ever said. Sweet Christ.
So my
Never
most recent,
changed, Jonah.
So my most recent round of bathroom thoughts was the realization that the news has gotten ridiculous enough about it. The comedy shows just need to talk about the news and don't even need to make jokes about it.
I love how you have no idea what Fishspill just revealed.
Don't say it again.
I just want to reiterate, the news is all ridiculous enough that you could just be a straight up news show and it'll be a comedy show.
Yeah, I would like to iterate that if you're getting your news from anywhere on television, you are being lied to and should stop.
You are part of the problem.
Also,
if you're getting the news from the TV, you are part of the problem.
If you're getting the news from the TV, you're part of the problem. If you're getting the news from any news websites, you're part of the problem. If you're getting your news from Tumblr, Reddit, or 4chan, you are part of the problem. The only place to get your news from is Pinterest.
You need to complain. No, the only place you need to get your news from is you need to get your news from Alex Jones while simultaneously complaining about CNN being fake news.
No, you need to get your. The only way to get your news is to get your news from Alex Jones while simultaneously taking a giant furry dildo up the ass.
No, I love it. I love the modern world because the modern world is proving the philosophical concept that knowledge is impossible.
I love the logic of Alex Jones talking about fake news. I love the logic of Alex Jones talking about fake news while simultaneously being funded by George Soros.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I mean,
I did not know that.
He is.
Doesn't he constantly talk about Soros though?
Yes, he absolutely does.
That's hilarious.
Well, like everything Alex Jones says is a lie, so why should anything?
He literally runs an entertainment show, legally. It's hilarious. People take him seriously.
It's pretty. I'd say some of his stuff is telling of the status of things today, but don't use him as your primary news source. Use him for funnies.
All right, it's like
because he's funny.
With crazy. Okay, here's the thing. I have a lot of respect for conspiracy theorists because I think the problem with liberals is they think everything is okay constantly, and it's not, obviously. And so you have to.
I'm a liberal, and I don't think everything is okay right now.
Well, you have
when you're liberal.
You have to look to conservatives, or yeah, you are. But what I'm saying is, it's like
you have to look
the conspiracy nuts, and then you have to translate. You have to translate what the conspiracy people say.
Yeah, you
and
have
make
to
it normal.
You have to look at what both sides are saying, and you have to figure out like. I like how we're coming up with. I like how we're coming up with what the justice system already is.
You guys, I have a point.
Yeah, how original we are.
It's a quote from WordFunk. The idea of listening to both sides sounds like a good idea.
How do you get that last Rob part there? I don't know what the fuck.
Josie,
in the modern era. No, I wasn't done talking.
No, I was gonna continue on your point.
No, you weren't, because I wasn't done making it.
All right, finish making your point. Because your point was going to be we shouldn't listen to both sides because some people sides are bad.
No, because some people are uninformed and do not know what they're talking about.
Well, that's why you still need to listen to them. So listening to someone doesn't mean taking what they're saying at face value.
Yeah,
it just means listening to what they're saying.
You have to listen with a grain of salt. Not everything everybody says on the internet is true. Surprise!
What's more important than the content of what they're saying is how they're saying it.
Yeah.
And why they're saying it. You have to look at the intention. It's like if you're. Let's take it. Well, this is actually a really important point. If someone is complaining that like Mexicans are stealing their jobs, you need to listen to them, not because what they're saying is true, which is abjectly absurd, but because this person clearly has
factors. What are the factors?
Like what are the actual factors behind this person not being?
What might lead them to believe that Mexicans are coming to steal their jobs?
But see the problem.
And also like why don't they have jobs and these kinds of things. That's why it's important to listen.
The point I and WordFunk were trying to discuss was that there are some people who make uninformed arguments who are not interested in learning what is wrong with their points. They just want to make their points, and they think that their flawed, incorrect arguments are just as valid, even are more valid than the actual competently designed arguments, and we're just we're just supposed to listen to idiots being idiots and with the conscious desire to stay idiots.
I mean, I don't want to turn Beaver House into like psychoanalysis hour, but I think I think that
with the upper right door.
Yeah. Then I'll say what I was gonna say.
Okay, so Upper right, where each room has the 2 boot cassettes.
Oh, come on, he can pick up literally everything. Except for that, apparently. Okay, that's cool.
You're interrupting my own advice to you. It says, keep doing the same thing and always avoid the middle door. So it sounds like either always left or always right, but never the middle.
Okay, but it has to be one or the other some of the time, right?
Yeah,
Sounds like our political system.
Either always left or always right. Because there are multiple rooms. You just need to pick.
Well, I've always been avoiding the middle door, and it's not taking me to the right spot, so...
So you have to pick. So you have to pick all the same way.
Or only right. You can't do left, right, left.
Okay.
So you have to do left, 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 or right, right, right.
Right.
See, someone else just...
This surprisingly became a very salient analogy about politics.
Hi, Reese, I love you. Hi, Reese, I love you. Oh
So,
shit! The Beaver House is literally politics. It's a bunch of people trying to talk over each other and all expressing the same idea,
So,
but no one can
basically,
understand
You are
the
fake
Josie-
news, Josie.
Josie, what I was going to say is, people don't create their opinions in a vacuum. It's not like there was some like happy normal guy sitting on. I don't want to make a stereotype about poor whites. Sorry. It's not like there's some dude who's like wow, I'm gonna hate Mexicans today. Like no one does that. Like they had an emotional feeling about something.
I'm hooked
And
on a
some-
feeling!
And someone managed to associate that negative feeling. Yeah, someone associated that negative feeling with Mexicans. So you have someone who's underemployed and who's poorly paid, whose parents made more than them, and whose parents of them made more than them. This person can barely afford their mortgage. And you know what? You have a Republican on TV who says it's the Mexicans. And then this person associates that negative feeling, that alienation they have with Mexicans. That's how the beliefs are made. It's not made through, I mean, all beliefs are based in some kind of material basis, right?
Alright. What I'm saying is, there are some people who are wrong and are not interested and will not change under any circumstances.
No, you're right. No, you're right. And
that is why the idea that we need to listen to all arguments that equally valid is bullshit, because most people who make the wrong arguments
for fuck's sake.
are good people, but you need to just not be.
Well, there's a difference between saying listen to all arguments and all arguments are valid.
Yeah, all arguments are not valid.
No, they're not. But all arguments should be listened to so that you can psychoanalyze them to try and find out what the actual issue is.
Yeah.
I just think.
So I'm gonna fucking die here, I guess.
Okay, but
Liam,
if someone's being
what's wrong?
If someone is being accused,
This level is a fucking piece of shit. That's what's wrong.
Yeah, find the thing. Find
Liam,
no, I know what I have to do. It's just this level is fucking pain in the ass.
I know. I said, Ibbie, find out what he's supposed to do. You have a walkthrough.
I know what I'm supposed to do.
Are you having problems in Kirby's Dream Land 3?
This is not an easy game, Fishspill.
Are you having problems?
This calls into question your intelligence, Liam.
This level is a piece of shit, and you know it.
This level is like a lobster.
Okay, well, let's
no one will understand that reference.
We'll dissect that in a second, because I don't understand that reference. But Bruno in the YouTube chat says,
I'm just going to make it a reference about.
No.
Yes.
I'm just going to make it a reference about.
I enjoy it.
Bruno, what the?
I enjoy it.
He says,
I enjoy it.
Why?
I enjoy it.
I'm trying to read a thing that the viewer said. A viewer said a thing. Can I
enjoy
say
it.
I enjoy it.
In the YouTube chat, he says, "What is this part? It looks like debug levels."
Did Leo fall into the debug levels? Oh my god, what if you did?
I mean, all of the copy abilities and animal friends are here apparently, so... Yeah.
Why do we only have 6 viewers right now? This is making me sad.
Oh, why do
Everyone
we
who's
only
watching this, share this with your Facebook accounts, otherwise you're banned from Beaver House.
Why do we only have 6 viewers? Us, the show that constantly has people talking over each other. All the time.
About topics that literally no one ever wants to hear about.
Imagine my shock.
I mean, any viewers we do have watch us because we're different than everyone else.
I guess.
So, really, it's
by different. Are you using the euphemism that my grade teacher used for being on the autismic spectrum?
I do in fact mean worse. Yes. Anybody that watches our show watches us because we are unique and different, and in some cases less professional and competent.
I think anyone who says autismic is on the autismic scale.
The autismic scale.
I'm sorry. I'm
show
sorry.
you an autismic scale.
I'm sorry. I'm trying a new. I may have taken a new anxiety medication, and it may be messing up my.
No, you did hear that.
Worders a little
You
bit.
did hear that correctly. Ibbie just said autismic.
That was Luroka.
No, that wasn't me.
I can't tell the difference, Liam.
See,
No,
that
so
sounded like a thing you would say, though, Luroka.
I'll show you an autismic scale.
No, Liam, mispronouncing autism that badly sounds like something I would do.
I took your fucking advice. I went all right, and it did nothing. It did
Liam,
nothing.
How many times have Reese and I told you never to go alt-right?
Seriously, you can't enforce an ethno-state.
It's just unsustainable.
Hi, Bruno. You're awesome.
There's no way that 100 Waddle Dees could coherently form a state.
Honestly, my favorite part is this just like all the people who are legitimately concerned about people like Richard Spencer. And I'm like, no, he's just funny. You can't enforce an ethno state at all. He's just goofy.
Can you imagine a Kirby ethno state?
Oh my god.
Guys, shut up! I'm here now.
They'd auto-cannibalize in like 2 days.
Bruno in the YouTube chat asks, is this commentary autistic? Why?
Liam, why do you keep on getting stabbed by that dude?
Because it's hard to... This game has really floaty controls, that's why.
I'll show you really floaty controls.
Josie, here's a trick. Here's a secret trick.
Oh,
if you don't complain about your show being... If you don't complain about your show being bad and whine about it being bad on the show, people won't think it's bad.
So we gotta ensure that people know that we're terrible. That's the thing.
Wait, so you mean to tell me...
No, we gotta ensure that people know that we're the best show on YouTube and Twitch.
So you mean to tell me that if I don't complain about not being able to read the chat to the other people in this call...
Oh no, you can read the chat. I'm just gonna speak
I've
over
been trying to. What I'm saying is, no one will let me, and you're saying that if I don't acknowledge that no one will let me speak, then no one will notice that we're bad at this.
No, what I'm saying is trying to talk over someone to get your point in is never the right way to do it when you're doing an audio style format.
Okay, but you know what?
No, Josie, you need to be assertive and speak over us when you gotta talk.
Okay.
I promise you nothing will
Please,
go wrong.
no.
Well, all of this is relevant to the thing I was going to say, which is.
But like,
Bruno,
if we're having, let me finish what I'm saying.
Because
if there is a stream of conversation going, you can't interrupt the stream of conversation to inject a different stream of conversation. That completely violates every single like radio, podcasting, commentary.
I'll inject a different stream of conversation.
Well,
I'll inject a conversation in you.
Two things. One, this was a viewer comment. This was a comment from a viewer, which...
Well, screw the viewers. I don't care about the viewers.
Why Well, why are we even doing a live stream if we don't want to respond to
We're live streaming? I thought we were just talking.
Like, no, so like, what's the point of live streaming if we're not paying attention to the viewer comments?
Here's my take. If you're watching this,
turn it off. What are you doing wrong?
Do something with your life.
You're
watching Kirby Dream Land 3. Turn it off, get a gym membership, start going 2 times a week. In 6 months, you'll meet some nice girl, you'll settle down, you'll start a family, you'll invest some stocks, you'll have a 401k, and bada boom, you're dead. And then you go to heaven, and you meet Saint Peter, and he gives you a high five, and he says, "Good job on closing that YouTube stream."
Good job with the beaver house.
Well, Liam, put it up on the channel. Our new motto is the Beaver House. If you're watching, don't.
You're going to hell.
I like if you're watching.
I need kind for this.
Anyway, the comment
the
comment I've been trying to read for 15 minutes, and it's very relevant, is Bruno asks, "Is this commentary autistic?"
Josie, we all heard you say that, and we all chose to ignore it.
Well, I think we need to acknowledge that we all are definitely some form of autistic.
Oh, I'm not.
Mouth shut.
Bullshit.
What
I am going to leave. There's too many people in this stream.
Exactly.
It's already chaotic enough without me.
I'm sorry, Ganto.
Logan,
I'm so sorry.
if you leave the stream, I will fight you at Brick Fair.
I mean,
I'm not going to Brick Fair, so
then I'll fight you not at Brick Fair.
Oh god, I thought that was a pit.
He will walk out of Brick Fair. He will go to Brick Fair, immediately walk out, and then hunt you down and fight you.
Exactly.
Josie, they didn't call it autism. They called it the brain tummies. And just sometimes your brain tummies make it so the other kids might make fun of you, or they might throw sand on you, or they might put you down in the ground and make you cry. But then I take my brain tummy medicine and I feel good.
Can we just call autism the brain tummies from now on?
I'll show you my brain tummy.
Oh,
this is bringing back some terrible memories. I'm gonna leave.
I'm sorry, Ganto. I love you. You can leave.
Is this like regression hypnotherapy for you?
So.
I did it. It is done. I got all the parts.
I'm sorry.
Only take what, an hour?
So Jonah, Ibbie, and Luroka, I don't think any of you were here for this when I mentioned the first subject that I brought up was there's a Pokemon that evolves by giving a part of itself lobotomy.
I'm leaving in 10 minutes.
That fish, kind right there, that was my face. That was my face. That was me.
There's a Pokemon that evolves by giving itself lobotomy. Lobotomy.
That was pretty funny.
Lobotomy.
If we ever get like fucking subscribers, we gotta make kind there an emote. That's going to be a server
if we ever
emote.
get enough subscribers, we should combine our body into one.
I enjoy it.
And I'm not suggesting. Oh god, I'm not suggesting sexually anyway. I'm suggesting my head for aesthetic purposes.
Excuse me?
Liam's torso because he's ripped af. Ganto's well, I won't go any further.
Oh wait,
my luscious locks.
Oh wait, we're doing a word funk thing where we're trying to make an ultimate fusion of the hosts.
Yes, Josie, we're trying to do the thing that no one that views this or listens to our show or any of the commentators know your reference of.
So
we're trying to do that.
Oh hey, it's these guys that appeared again in Star Allies apparently.
Okay, so basically
would have my magnificent hair, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Is that a question?
You guys,
it's definitely not my lame ass like French hair.
I have nothing.
I actually got my hair cut.
I have nothing to provide to this at all because I am just aesthetically garbage.
Josie, we get your heart.
Bruno says he's going to go get a life buy, so he's taking Jonah's advice.
Thank you, Bruno. Name your first child after me.
His name is Jonah.
Also, if your
Jonah?
wife is attractive enough, would you consider a polyamorous marriage?
Actually, if your wife is attractive enough, name her after Jonah.
True.
Name your wife after Jonah.
And that's how you do improv comedy. Yes, and.
Yep. Or Scientology.
Improv comedy troops are a lot
Improv
like
Scientology.
Yep.
Have any of you ever gone to an improv comedy like group?
I used to do an improv
I used to
back
be
in the day.
I used to be in an acting group,
interesting.
and we would do. I used to be in an acting group, and we would do improv, but I don't remember anything about the improv that we did.
We always just tried to like infuriate the teacher as much as we could by doing really loud and frustrating things.
Oh, so basically this show. All right.
Yes.
I remember I was also in a drama class in high school, and I remember we had an improv session once where I pretended to be an employee at a video game store, and so I pretended to be playing a video game, and a customer was trying to get me to help them with stuff, and I was really frustrating. And then eventually I got frustrated, closed my pretend game. And then I helped them immediately, and basically I just pretended to be a retail employee.
Also, that level went on for way too... That one world took us an hour and a half. Jesus fucking Christ.
I have never played this game all the way through, so I didn't know it was that difficult. Also, Star Allies. Is it worth $60?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure? Because
no video game is worth that.
It has a lot of replay. It has about as much replay value as Superstar Ultra.
Okay, if
Liam, $60 is like a kilogram of kratom. Are you sure that it's worth that much?
Okay, Jonah. No video game is worth $60.
Disagree.
If you're considering $60 the base price for video games, then Star Allies is pretty good. But
it's 2 hours. I heard it's like 2 hours long though.
That's ridiculous. It took us 6 hours to finish the base game on the stream.
Okay.
How much extra is there? How much bonus content?
Well, you remember help. It's got basically a version of the arena with 10 different difficulty levels. If you remember Helper to Hero from Superstar Ultra, it's got that, and it's got 2 other mini games. Huh?
Okay, you know what? You know how
What is Helper to Hero again?
Helper to Hero is where you play the whole game as literally any of the enemies.
Actually, this sounds. I'm gonna get this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonah, you know how the end game content in Super Mario Odyssey is basically the entire second half of the game?
Yeah.
It's basically that.
Okay. Actually, it's kind of like that with Superstar Ultra too.
Yeah, well, that's why I made the comparison to Superstar Ultra. And it's also getting free. It's also getting free DLC updates. The first one is coming out next week, actually, where you can play as Kirby's animal friends and Mark's.
You mean my second favorite character of all time?
Yes, your Kirby waifu.
I love Mark so much, and I legitimately think that the character Marks is the reason why I see it so left today. Because when I remember I was 10, I was researching Marks because he was cool, and I was like, who's this beard dude?
And on that note, I think we're gonna BRB for a little bit. I'm gonna get some more tea because I am out of coffee, and we'll continue this in a little bit.
All right, Beaver friends, I won't be in the next stream, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye,
Alright.
Jonah.
All right, bye, Jonah.
We love you.
Is the stream down yet?
No.
Significant shrinkage.
I mean, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're just going on BRB for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'm asking is it BRB yet?
The part is thinking.
And we're back.
Okay.
Alright, see you guys.
Wait, what? Oh.
What?
Welcome back.
You should have told Jonah before because he wanted to leave before we started.
Rip.
Also, you should have let Ibbie say the thing that he wanted to say off camera before we started. But whatever.
Fuck it, porn pizza.
Oh God.
Okay then.
I didn't say anything about it. I didn't go into detail.
I mean, you said porn pizza.
And?
So now, if the story Ibbie tells isn't about porn and pizza,
it could only be one of those two things. I didn't go into specifics.
Alright, so if anyone remembers toward the end of yesterday's stream, where there was an offer that if I buy Liam pizza, then he'll do something or send me something. Well, I didn't technically. Gato got him a pizza and took up on that offer, and then I bought Gato a pizza.
And all was well.
And then I had my own pizza, so we all had pizza, except for Josie.
And you got a picture of Liam's peener.
I got a video.
Yeah.
Wait, so...
I will stick with
Hey,
cat.
you two were the ones pushing for context.
Okay. Can you mention the other part? I thought was for the funniest.
Oh shit, it's not a scrolling one.
I don't want to mention it for you. I don't want to mention it for you. So if you don't want to, it's fine. I mean, I'm already peer pressuring you because it's on the show. Liam, this is why you let people say the things they wanted to say before the stream.
Porn pizza.
Alright, so the other piece was that...
My favorite part is,
No,
my favorite part is the things that my mind immediately goes to when you say porn and pizza in the same context.
Oh god, not pizza time.
Luroka, you're gonna want him to hear this part. So let him
Chris
say
Hansen mode engaged.
It's too late. I don't even want to say it anyway.
It's too
Liam,
late.
did you bring me pizza?
Now the world will never know.
Liam, is it Chris Hansen time?
Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. I like pizza.
I like trains.
I actually didn't look at what the effects are of this pair of headphones game.
So have we talked about RuPaul on the show yet?
Why would we?
Why did I say yet more? Well, because RuPaul recently did something stupid involving trans people, and in his apology tweet for it, tweeted
Wasn't it train this people?
Yeah.
Train.
Yeah. Basically, apparently, somehow, despite RuPaul's entire job being about challenging gender norms, he apparently did not know the transgender pride flag and had to Google it, and he didn't bother looking past the first thing that came up, which was he made a typo and put trains flag.
Lol.
So he tweeted out an apology for the whatever it was that he did. I don't even remember what he did to begin with, but then the controversy became about this.
For the wages of laziness is shoddy work.
Yeah. So I am just baffled because RuPaul's entire job is about challenging gender norms. You'd think he would know, even if he didn't actually like trans people.
Yeah, I'd
then
at the very least go through the effort.
Like,
I just want to say for everyone, I am a big fan of trains people.
oh no! I do think that the people making fun of him have been making good jokes.
I sexually identify as an early day steam locomotive.
I have seen people joking that they identify as a train, and personally, I do think that's amusing. And also, I find it odd that apparently there was another Thomas the Tank Engine movie 2 years ago that was also about the discovery of a female train. So Is like every Thomas the Tank Engine movie going to be about a mysterious female train?
Were there no female trains until 2 years ago?
No, there were no female trains until the first Thomas the Tank Engine movie, which was 2004, I believe.
They took a note from Bionicle and they were like, man, we have to have at least one female.
What? I didn't bring any of the flowers. What the fuck?
Oh no, they had less than one female.
Oh wait, I think I need to like dust them off.
10 out of 10 sniping people with my paint roller. What is this?
They had less than one female before the 2004 movie, where a train from the mundane world is revealed to be a train from Sodor that has a face on it when it travels into the Sodor.
Hodor?
Hey, Liam.
Yeah?
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why is the basic paint roller still the most broken thing about Splatoon?
Yes.
I mean, it's a game about paint.
It's a game about turf war. Paint roller. You unlock it at like level 3, I think.
It's a game about turf wars and paint. So when you think about it, wait a minute, no. Paint rollers and paintbrushes would basically be like knives in paintball gun fights. So why is it broken?
Well, because of the thing that, first of all, you can't sling paint with it, but it's just like, if you cover a very wide area with the paint roller.
Look, I wasn't thinking,
and it has no hard counter.
Look, I wasn't thinking. I didn't remember that the point of Splatoon isn't to kill all the people, it's to cover all the territory with paint.
My favorite part is it has no hard counter.
Oh. Anyway, Liam.
Yeah?
Do you know nothing about Thomas the Tank Engine?
I wasn't even commenting on this.
Well, earlier you said you joked that Sodor was Hodor.
Yes, it was a joke because they sounded similar.
How dare you, Liam? I'll have you tried for grossly offensive communications. It'll be the end of the Beaver House.
Anyway, so the image everyone's been using of the female train, I thought it was just the female train from the 2004 movie, but it was the one from the 2016 movie, and I didn't notice until I looked it up because I didn't actually remember what the one from 2004's name was. Now I don't remember what either of their names are. Hooray!
Josie, my favorite part is you talked to Liam about not knowing the Thomas the Tank Engine lore. Yeah. And here you are not knowing the Thomas the Tank Engine lore.
Exactly.
People in glass houses.
Oh no!
Talk about bad shows.
Oh no! I live in a glass planet in a glass town on a glass planet.
Same.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
I criticize Liam for being bad at stuff. I am way worse than Liam at stuff. Okay, so the one from the 2004 movie, her name is just Lady, which is stupid.
Excellent.
Which is stupid, so that's why I didn't remember it.
This is Lady. She's the girl one.
And by 2014, they had actually introduced a lot more female characters to the roster and decided, well, we can't just name the mysterious lady that shows up in the movie Lady again, so let's name her something good. And her name is
Mishima. You know what the best show was?
Thomas the Tank Engine?
You remember the fucking terrifying nonsense that was JJ the Jet Plane?
That was garbage.
Oh yeah! That show is either a knockoff of another show, or there's a knockoff of it that's also terrifying. It's called Budgie the Friendly Helicopter or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh no, that one's 2D. So it's still creepy, but it's not as creepy. What's the one with the helicopter? Maybe JJ the Jet Plane is the one. My god, it's horrible.
I am not going to be killed by bouncing witch waifus.
Okay, so Budgie the Little Helicopter was a 2D cartoon with drawings, so it wasn't as creepy. It was still very creepy because it's planes with the faces of dogs. What's up with that? The jet plane definitely wins though. Liam, you brought up the creepier show.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, so this
I
train.
die in one hit.
So anyway, RuPaul trains flag. Alabama.
I can't hard carry this team. Come on.
Alabama Incorporated says, anybody remember Theodore the Tugboat?
I do actually.
Oh, that's why we lost, because one guy didn't pull any weight.
Why are you playing a game while we're streaming?
How dare I, right?
What are you playing, Overwatch?
I'm playing Splatoon, mate.
Oh, that's why you brought up Splatoon out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I'm over here trying to hard carry this team in casual turf wars.
So I'm actually looking up Theodore the Tugboat now, and this does look familiar. I don't think I ever watched this, but I have seen this.
I remember Theodore the Tugboat. Why do I remember Theodore the Tugboat?
Do you think this is what boats actually look like in Thomas the Tank Engine? Did these take place in the same universe? Do they? Oh, okay. Apparently it's owned by DreamWorks Classics.
Huh. How about
One
that?
of those. DreamWorks Classics is just a brand name they apply to a whole bunch of shows that they've acquired from places.
The life-size boat of him really bothers me.
Oh yeah, there's a life-size Theodore the Tugboat. It's accurate. I don't know how to feel about that.
Wait, there's a life-size model of a tugboat.
No, there's an actual Theodore the Tugboat with the face on.
Why not just build an actual tugboat?
It is an actual. No, it is an actual tugboat with the character's face on it. And there's modeling so that it's. It's
a tugboat that's been recreated as a replica of the original Theodore Tugboat.
Theodore the Tugboat isn't literally just a tugboat, it's a tugboat with a face on it, you idiots!
You're a tugboat with a face on it, you fucking imbecile.
So when we say it's a life-sized model of Theodore the Tugboat, we don't just mean it's a model of the tugboat, we mean it's a tugboat with a face on it.
Fuck you, you have a face on it.
Anyway, we all say things wrong on this show, but like, if you can't understand what we mean when we say model of a cartoon character...
Get your face off of it, Josie.
Anyway, I'm looking up life-size Thomas the Tank Engines now.
What is this? We either... Okay, so the way Splatoon 2 goes for me now is we either do really good or really bad. And I mean,
that's just Splatoon in general.
Yeah, to be fair, but it's just like...
I'm looking up life-size Thomas the Tank.
It's almost like casual Splatoon has a very low barrier to entry.
I'm looking up life-size Thomas the Tank Engine recreations now, and the best ones that exist are using the wrong design of engine. There are some accurate ones, but the best ones are inaccurate, which sounds like a contradiction. But I mean, if you look at them, then it makes sense. With my, okay, so basically, like, I'm just gonna call them long cabs and short cabs. You know how some of the train engines in Thomas the Tank Engine were shorter than the others?
Yeah.
I don't really know what the actual terms for that is, but Thomas was one of the short cabs, and the best recreations of Thomas the Tank Engine in real life that I'm seeing on this Google search have the face and the paint on a long cap, and that's not right. But I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. It's wrong, but it looks good. Whereas the accurate depictions look meh.
Same.
Now I'm gonna look up life-size Lightning McQueen. See if anyone's ruined a car by painting the windshield solid white.
I guess I have to pop the balloon that the bird is flying on? Okay. Thanks for not letting me go back, game. This is why these levels take so fucking long, because it's not apparent when you start the level what you're supposed to do to get the thing that you need to get the heart star, and then when you don't have it, when you get to the spot that you're supposed to do the thing, it won't let you go back to get it.
Yep. I was actually joking. It's possible to tint the windows of a car so that the outside appears to be opaque, but inside you can actually see through it.
Yes, that's the way all of the buses here are done. It's like a mesh that makes... Like, all the buses here have ads on the outside, covering the entire surface of the bus. And they are literally just like... It's a mesh that goes over the windows, so from a distance you can read the ad, but from inside you can still see through it.
And so yes, there are in fact real-life Lightning McQueens. And the villain from Cars 3. If I'm understanding this image I'm looking at correctly, it looks like they actually recreated all of the characters from Cars 3 as physical cars.
But why?
Because Pixar goes to just absurd levels of effort when they make their things.
But Cars 3 was like, Disney, wasn't it?
Cars 3 is Pixar.
Oh.
You're thinking of the Planes spin-offs. So the Planes movies do take place in the Cars universe, but they're not made by Pixar.
Alright.
Disney has the authority to do that because they own Pixar now. It's just for the most part, they let Pixar do their own thing.
Yeah.
Except when cars are involved, in which case, just make that shit, it sells toys. There is a Cars exclusive Walmart themed pickup diesel truck with a truck trailer that's modeled after the Walmart trucks. And its name is Wally Hauler. I would have bought it, but I don't have the money for that kind of memes.
How dare you?
Those cars Hot Wheels knockoffs are very high quality. Like, I bought a Lightning McQueen one, and that is the only one that I'm willing to pay money for. They are full die cast the way Hot Wheels typically are. And, like, it's very high quality. Like, this paint doesn't look like it's gonna chip off anytime soon. Like, very, very good.
I swear to God, if it's not Needle that it wants me to have here. Okay, good.
Like,
yay,
Pixar
Bird is down. I have saved Bird.
Pixar just puts absurd levels of detail into everything, no matter how stupid or insignificant. Like, they went hot air ballooning during the production of Up. They went dog walking, and not just regular dog walking where you walk like 6 dogs at a time. They went like dog walking with dozens of dogs at a time. And they hung out with old people, which is the thing that I found the most surprising.
It's surprising to you that they hung out with old people.
Yeah! Have you ever hung out with old people?
I have grandparents, Josie.
Yeah, but how many?
Well, good for you, Liam.
How many?
Fuck are you? What?
How many?
The normal amount.
Which is?
Josie.
5.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So in this level, you drown your animal friends, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm seeing you in the. I'm seeing you. This level's flooded. Your animals fall in from the sky. You pick one and then leave.
True. Speaking of, I'm about to die because there's a fucking storm cloud in there where I need to go.
That's almost as fucked up as the Pokemon that evolves via lobotomy.
Fuck off.
Oh wait, shit! I just realized there is a Pokemon that's more fucked up than Hydreigon. Wait. What do you think is more fucked up? Killing yourself or killing your twin brother and wearing them as a sock puppet for the rest of your life?
What?
The latter, I guess.
Okay, then I guess Hydreigon is still wins, because I remembered Paris and Parasect.
Oh God.
The crab Pokemon with the mushroom growing on its back.
Well, what about fucking... Oh, what about Slowbro? Or Slowking?
That's a symbiotic relationship. They both benefit from. They both benefit
from having its tail eaten.
Yeah. No, seriously. Slowbro likes having its tail eaten.
Kinky. Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Slowbro likes having its tail being bitten, and basically, Shelder likes having an oral fixation. So they both benefit. So they both benefit from having the Shelder just live on the Slowpoke's tail. I don't really think the Slowpoke. I don't really think. I think the Slowpoke that Slowking also gets benefits because while he doesn't have his tail being bitten, he does get a brain smart. Good.
He does get a brain smart. Good.
Yeah. So
I'm
he's probably
saving
like.
this one again because there's another one of these fucking puzzles.
So here's.
Why can't I save number 4?
Well,
No.
I don't have. Well, I'd really like to have something biting on my tail, but at least now I can run for president.
Do Slowking live to be 35 years of age?
I'd imagine the rules would be different. Then again...
Well, no, the rules are 35 years of age.
Fuck.
For America.
Are we not talking about America?
Well, no, because Slowbro is native to the Kanto region of Japan.
Oh yeah, well, it's... Alright, so what's the...
Slowking is native to the Johto region of Japan.
Okay, so... What are the rules for Johto?
Well, the rules for Japan are... different. How does... Liam, how does Japan work? I'm asking Liam.
Rice and technology.
Liam, why are you playing with with an everlasting gobstopper from Willy Wonka?
Yes. Oh God, that is very disorienting.
Is anyone else disappointed that everlasting gobstoppers exist and they don't look like that?
Maybe they did at one point.
No. Everlasting gobstoppers, they're basically just like regular colored candy balls, like that type of deal. I mean, they're jawbreakers, but also they're not jawbreakers because you can actually like chew on them.
Huh.
So, and they're not particularly long lasting. I mean, you can't make you can't make a candy that never loses its flavor in real life. That's unfeasible. But like, it's not particularly even long-lasting in comparison to other candies that last long when you suck on them. With the sucking.
Suck.
So basically, what you're saying is it's a fraud.
Yes.
So we could go after the Willy Wonka company for false advertising.
I would imagine that.
Oh yeah, pink is what's in, man. None of that teal garbage. None of that turquoise BS. You know what I'm saying? Hot pink.
First off, one, what are you talking about? And two,
Splatoon 2 Turf War.
Oh, okay. You were talking about that thing. Okay. Well, I mean, Jonah was gutting on me earlier for talking about word funk as if anyone knew what that was. So, how's... Okay.
Oh,
anyway.
Okay, I guess I'm just fucked for going over here then. Thanks, game.
So, the Everlasting Gobstopper has existed as a product since 1976, so I imagine if Nestle was going to be sued over it at any point for being false advertisement,
That's good. That's good.
It would have happened by now. Apparently the prop that was used for the Everlasting Gobstopper, the weird shaped thing.
It was like a bunch of candies glued together, wasn't it?
That's what it looked like. But it was its own unique prop, and it was sold for $100,000.
Well, time for die.
I remember I looked this up once, what that shape is actually called, and I forgot what it was, and now I'm trying to Google it. I don't know how to Google that.
No.
I don't think a jawbreaker shaped like that would actually be very comfortable.
Ow!
No. Who messaged me?
What do you...
Fuck!
What's your opinion? What's your opinion? Do you think the Everlasting Gobstopper shaped like that would actually be good? Because
I enjoy it.
I think a jawbreaker kind of needs to be round because it's meant to just live in your mouth forever. Well, until it dies, because it'll melt eventually.
What riveting level design.
It's a very well-designed candy. Also, yeah, this is the most well-designed level of all time. This is the best video game. This is the best game. 10 out of 10 stars. Not even gonna go with it. Not even gonna go with the IGN 8 out of 10 joke. Best.
Oh hey, I actually have to move now.
Whoa! Wait a minute. What? You have to move? 9 out of 10. Demoted. This level gets 1 demerit.
Lol, this person was actually focusing on the sponge at their spawn, meanwhile the entire map is bright pink. That's what you get for being the wrong color.
Wow. I mostly was on board with what you were saying, and then you said that.
We don't like the blue. We don't like the light blue. We like the pink.
Okay.
And would you look at that pink one? Because pink is best color.
No. I needed a dude.
Alright,
This is the biggest problem. This is the biggest problem with this game. Again, it's like, oh, you wanted to get that thing. Well, fuck you. You can't go back and get the thing you needed to get the thing. You just have to replay the whole fucking level all over again.
So, guys, my favorite thing about modern Google, that's actually good and not ironically humorous, if you Google the guy with the hair, the most absurd phrase you could possibly say about guys and hair, it will actually bring up the guy from Ancient Aliens with the hair.
Neat.
Oh, Giorgio Tsoukalos?
Yeah!
Dog, he's great.
I can never remember his name, And if you Google the guy with the hair, it will actually bring up him
To be
specifically.
fair, Aliens guy might also bring him up, right?
I know, but that's not what I want to type. That's what I want to type the guy with the hair. Because that's who he is.
You
He's
want
the
to
guy
type
with
the
hair.
meme thing.
The guy with the hair. He has hair. He's presumably a guy. He has hair. Now I'm gonna type
Presumably.
aliens guy. Now I'm gonna see. Now I'm gonna type aliens guy and see what comes up. Aliens guy.
It might be better if you say ancient aliens, but yeah.
Holy shit! When I type aliens guy, he also is the first thing that comes up. Now I'm gonna
Go
type.
figure.
Now I'm gonna type alien guys. Okay,
Alien
what the,
guys.
okay, what the hell? It's always Giorgio Takusco.
Takusco?
I think I said
Hold the
Takusco.
lever!
That was my first time actually trying to pronounce his name myself.
Sukalos.
Yeah, Sukalos.
Well, I said Takusco.
You're just doing it worse every time.
George O. Takusco.
Did you call him a twat? How dare you, Josie?
George of Costco.
George of avocado. Sargon Avocado.
George of the Jungle.
That was somebody's name on Count Dankula's Discord server. They just had a Photoshop of Carl Benjamin's face over an avocado.
Wait, you're on that guy that got arrested's Discord server?
Yeah, I'm on FreeScat in General's Discord
Okay,
server.
okay.
So you guys, we're going to establish an orange ethno state because
Alright,
orange is the new.
You're not afraid of,
I actually hate this game right now.
What, Josie?
You're not afraid of your privacy being violated by the government possibly subpoenaing Discord to provide them all the Discords?
To be fair, all they're gonna find are memes, are dank memes.
I know! Do you want the government to get a hold of your memes?
I mean, what would they find?
Alabama Incorporated says the Disney animation crew actually went to Africa for Zootopia. Yeah, Pixar has had a lot of influence on Disney. John Lasseter does a lot of work for Disney, but he's more well known for Pixar. So who's excited for Wreck-It Ralph 2 being bad, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's just everyone says it doesn't look good. I think it looks entertaining. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the first one. Probably not going to be. Disney sequels aren't usually good, which is why this is going to be the first time Disney's released a theatrical sequel to one of their animated films in ever. They're always straight to video. Always.
I would
want to
argue that Disney probably forced Pixar to make Cars 2.
Yes, they did.
It was the same sort of weird.
No, they literally did. When they bought Pixar, the first thing they did was demand Pixar start making a shit ton of sequels, and specifically one to Cars. Because Cars is the most marketable one in terms of...
You guys, can we start doing some work? Come on, why are they at our spawn?
Stop talking about fucking Splatoon while we're streaming this.
I mean,
at least activate push to talk, so when you talk to them, you don't talk to us.
Oh no, I'm not even talking in stream. I'm just bitching on our stream.
Oh, when you said you're not talking in stream, you meant
I meant I'm not talking in game, but I didn't make.
You're very confusing me.
Look, I try to make as little sense as possible.
Jacob Shepard says George Takusco.
Takua!
No, I like that. I like that ability. I need that ability. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I demand a parody of Ancient Aliens, but with Takua as Giorgio Takusco. Tuberculosis.
Ancient Evoki.
Look, I don't like that I have trouble pronouncing people's names, and I want to pronounce the guy's name correctly. I may think.
Do you reckon he believes in ancient Makuta civilization?
I may think.
You just give me something to hit you with, for God's sake.
I may think somebody's ridiculous. Why is that? Why is this guy? Why is this an umbrella? Why are you fighting an umbrella?
I don't know how to fight this thing without an ability because it's not giving me anything to fight it with.
Yeah, so I guess there's a reason why.
Fuck off.
Can you eat
I
it?
guess. So I guess there's a reason why Superstar Ultra.
Come on,
is
throw your
better
fucking
than
shoe.
Can you eat it?
No.
It's a mini boss.
I need to wait for it to fight its fucking throw its fucking shoe at me.
Okay, so
Get the fuck out of here!
Okay, so Luroka, it's a mini boss. You can't swallow mini bosses until after you kill them.
I've played Kirby before. I didn't know it was a mini boss.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a mini boss.
I swear to fucking God, if this thing kills me again.
It's
like,
bigger.
it's basically got me fucking trapped in the corner here.
It's bigger than Kirby, and you're fighting it in confined space. That's indicative of a mini boss.
Hey, hit it once.
Did he? So how come Parasol has a mini boss in this game? I'm really confused by that. Parasol doesn't even have a regular enemy in Kirby. How come it has a mini boss in this? Oh wow, you died.
It has the para Waddle Dees, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's not a unique enemy though. The Waddle Dee holding it, Parasol.
Yeah, so that's its own enemy.
Okay, Jacob Shepard says Takua means weird in Maori. Takua with 2 U's. Well, according to Aiden, who is basically the language guy, as we call him, he said that Takua with 1 U means steam. I'll bring it to his attention that Takua with 2 U's apparently means weird. Unless that's a typo that you're making. Oh wait, no wait. He also says that Takua with 2 A's at the beginning means grandfather, and with 2 A's in both places means awesome. So those aren't typos. He's doubling the letters on purpose, and that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm actually going to show that to Aiden. I'm gonna copy your thing, and I'm gonna
When you have so many cursors, you just see white circles around the cookie.
Wait. Oh, so many cursors! You're playing Cookie Clicker, and I just remembered Cookie Clicker exists. So I'm gonna open up Cookie Clicker after I type this thing to Aiden. Ah, roommates yelling at each other. Not gonna argue with them. They have their reasons. It's Batman. Don't tell Batman.
Shh! Don't tell Batman.
Don't tell Batman.
Don't tell Batman.
Don't tell Batman.
What is happening?
Ooh, pop the reindeer for 33 sextillion cookies.
I think Liam killed himself.
I'm surprised it took him so long.
I'm surprised what drew him over the edge was Kirby's Dream Land 3.
Why didn't you do it sooner, Liam? Just kidding.
Alright. Apparently I hadn't activated the grandmas yet in my current Cookie Clicker run.
Oh lol, so you were just on like cursors?
No, I hadn't activated the grandmas. I had.
Oh,
grandmas.
you hadn't started.
Hi, Liam.
Welcome back.
Fuck this stupid fucking game. Fuck this stupid, adorable game.
If you say so.
Liam, are you bad at Kirby?
Yeah, he is.
You try doing this shit better. You try not flipping out having to replay the level 3 fucking times because the game isn't fucking courteous enough to put a fucking back door.
You know, Liam.
I enjoy it.
Liam.
I enjoy it. I beat Amazing Mirror on my PSP.
Liam.
I swear to fucking God.
Liam, whenever I put you down about stuff, I do it, and I trust you to assume that I am insulting you with it. I'm taking into consideration. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this any better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm worse than you in every capacity.
Stop! Stop it! Stop it!
Anyway.
Give me that.
Hi, Liam.
Give me that fucking thing. Duh.
So, I'm a cat.
Meow.
Duh. I actually, like, absolutely hate this game right now because I have no patience for this shit right now because it's literally just, oh, you can't, you want to do this thing? Well, here, jump through 50 fucking billion hoops to do it without being told what you're supposed to do beforehand. Like, you practically need a walkthrough on hand in order to play this at all.
You don't need a walkthrough
in one
on
go.
hand. You don't need a walkthrough on hand. You have Ibbie.
Yeah, but I'm looking up walkthroughs. I've never played this game.
Ibbie's a good boy.
I feel sick because I forced myself up at 3 p.m. because I needed to just after I woke up so early yesterday. My body was not used to it.
Ibbie's a good boy. Ibbie is the best of us.
The noises you make when you're trying to dodge attacks, Leo. They're the greatest.
Oh! That's why I feel weird. I haven't taken my anxiety meds today. Okay. I just shoved anxiety meds in my mouth. Hello!
Congratulations.
Hello!
Oh, come on. Fine.
Oh.
Do that one. This one should be fun.
Killer Andari says, I hope I don't lose power or something with this thunderstorm. Too bad you're not in America because Earth Hour is in half an hour, so...
Wait, really?
People are... Yeah.
I actually did not know that.
We're not shutting the stream off for that, are we?
Wait, what's going on in half an hour?
Earth Hour.
What's Earth Hour?
You're supposed to turn off all your lights. For an hour.
Says who?
Earth.
Okay, but says who?
Elon Musk.
Earth.
I mean, it's you don't really have to. No one's telling you have to. It's just kind of a thing that everyone does.
I mean,
okay, I don't want to be like inconvenienced slightly, so I'm not gonna do it.
I'm probably gonna do it just because the stream's gonna be over soon anyways.
I'm probably gonna do it because I have my phone.
I'm going to do it because I need to push food into my face and then probably shower.
Oh yeah, I could use the opportunity to shave. Because I have a thing to go to tomorrow.
Fuck.
And I want to be nice for it. Although I might not be
end up going.
I might not be
I
going.
need Rick for this one. This one...
And it's not even up to you, which is a real shame.
Yep. Yeah, it's not about me though, so I don't want to make it
Shrine quests, a brother's roast.
You playing fucking Breath of the Wild now?
Yes.
What the fuck happened to Splatoon?
He got bored with it.
I was done playing Splatoon. I have a very short memory span, Liam.
Attention
Memory?
Attention.
Shh. I don't think I've ever once played a match of multiplayer game and then just stopped and started up a completely different.
Well, no, you see, I played several matches of Splatoon. However, I was not talking for all of them.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, I think I think it's still true that I've never once played a multiplayer game and then stopped that to immediately play a completely different single-player game. I don't think.
Well, I mean, it's just like
Some people have done that. Some people do that.
I played like 4 or 5 matches of Splatoon.
It's like a
The
thing.
thing on me is that I end up playing the same multiplayer game until I'm just burned out.
Yeah. No, it's all. We all have varying levels of autism, so some of us are different than others.
I think that would be the case regardless of our autism.
That too. Some people will just obsessively play the same thing until they burn themselves out. And some people are healthy.
I mean, I've been working on this master mode here, so I decided I was going to continue it.
I was expecting you to say you've been working on the master race.
Yeah, actually that too. To be fair, that was Splatoon. To be fair, that was Splatoon. Me establishing a bright pink ethno state.
Oh yeah.
We did it.
No,
yeah. We're bad people. Although,
at least Kirby can be part of a bright pink ethno state.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's why pink is best color.
This is actually we've got some challenging fucking platforming here, sort of. Because Rick can't fly, so.
Yeah, so Kirby is basically an eldritch demigod, and
Oh yeah, who here has Shovel Knight on Switch?
I do.
I don't even have a
question:
Switch.
why is Spectre Knight significantly easier than Shovel Knight?
It is.
It is massively easy.
If you say so.
No, I'm like, I know I'm like pretty much like not very good at platformers, but like I've gotten significantly farther in Spectre Knight in much less time.
Well, the reasoning is because
to be fair, Spectre Knight can run up walls.
Okay, so add-on campaigns by just every reasoning are developed in much less time than the base game.
No, they're not for Shovel Knight, they're not.
And it's not even really an add-on campaign, it's the prequel.
How long was Shovel Knight in development for?
I'm not sure, actually, but I know that the fucking Spectre Knight campaign was in development for like 2 years.
And the Spectre Knight campaign is as long as the Shovel Knight campaign.
Yeah.
It's just not as easy? I mean, just not as hard?
Yeah, it's just, to be fair, I think it just boils down to the gameplay, because that's really what it is, because what Spectre Knight can do is, it's just like, oh, I noticed there's this wall here, I'm going to run up the wall, then jump, and run up the next wall, then jump, then run up the next wall. It's like playing Warframe as a platformer.
I like how with this level you had a sense of like, oh, there's a female hamster at the end. If I bring a male hamster to the end, I'll probably get the thing.
Yeah. None of the other levels, practically none of the other levels have that sense.
What about frozen yogurt?
Yes.
Well, with Rob's level, you knew you had to put the robot together. You just.
To be fair, you can't.
It's just a cluster.
You can't have.
To be fair, you need to have a really high IQ to understand Kirby's Dream Land 3.
I was about to say you can't have intercourse with frozen yogurt, but I mean, there's nothing really stopping you from doing it. You're just not going to get any results aside from pretty bad tasting frozen yogurt.
Or it's
really
gonna be
good
like
tasting dick.
Or it could be like that episode. Or it could be like that episode of The Simpsons.
Silver linings.
Or it could be like that episode of The Simpsons, where a new culture of life develops in your yogurt.
Man, why is my peanut butter taste so bad?
Oh, because you're eating sea monkeys. Or semen. Or sea monkey semen. Sea monkey semen.
Sea menkeys.
Sea monkeys.
Sea menkeys.
all voiced by Leonard Nimoy. Oh wait, Leonard Nimoy was the voice of the narrators of Seaman.
And he's also dead.
Not the fish. Well, yeah, Liam, you don't edit people out of him being dead doesn't preclude us making fun of his work. Apparently there's a character in Harry Potter that he was a background character seen reading a Stephen Hawking's book.
Yeah, that was in Fantastic Beasts, I think.
Oh, well, at any rate, it's canon.
Yeah.
If it's in Fantastic Beasts, then it's definitely canon because the Fantastic Beasts movies are made by J.K. Rowling, however her name's pronounced. So that's neat. He's like reading Stephen Hawking's book while stirring a cup of coffee with magic.
Without a wand, which is a really important thing for Harry Potter characters, apparently.
Yeah, so I guess this guy is just like, well...
He's like a fucking magic savant.
Yeah, so I've basically mastered magic and I'm bored now. What else can I do with life? Oh, what's this science thing? Oh! The Muggles have some interesting shit that they have.
Oh my god, can you not? Can you
so
not?
Like...
No.
So, like, you know how Arthur Weasley had a car and that was unusual?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that that other wizards thought it was stupid. It's that other wizards thought it was bizarre and they didn't want to have
Snowflake biscuits. Man, I'm adding these 2% cookie production multipliers.
Hey, at a certain point, 2% adds more to your cookies than any hard number does.
No, that's my favorite part is just watching the little blue bar under legacy keep on going up. I'm at 15,982.
Fucking pleb. I'm at
Yeah,
I'm at like 800 mil. I'm at like 800 million right now.
Yeah,
let me see what.
To be fair, this is more than double what my actual level is.
Let me see what my cookie level is. Oh, apparently Liam's farther along than me. I'm only at 600 million.
Huh.
So I'm the only one who's not playing Cookie Clicker among us?
I mean, no one really plays Cookie Clicker.
To be fair, you get to a point where the game plays itself.
Well, I'm the only one not clicking cookies.
And all you're doing are popping wrinklers and popping reindeer.
Reindeer!
Was this not what I was supposed to do? Fuck.
While you were talking about reindeer, a reindeer appeared on my screen and I couldn't click it because my computer lags too much.
You don't have...
What? But that's exactly the shape I made. What the fuck, game?
Ryan was cool.
Josie.
Ryan was cool 777s in the Twitch chat says, "Wow, Yoshi's Island looks great." Because you're playing a game made to look like it's drawn in crayon, Liam.
Okay.
Haha, funny joke.
Yeah, Liam. Why do you not get it?
You make a joke that this game uses a similar art style to Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Liam.
It's similar in premise. In execution, I would say both games look drastically different. But
yeah.
in premise, they are definitely similar.
Found Donner.
This is exactly the shape I needed to make. What the fuck, game?
Alabama Inc. says, "I'll click your cookie." And
can somebody look into this because this is fucking nonsense.
Ibbie is helping you.
You are not powerful
without
enough
even
yet.
looking anything up, I'll take a guess. The shape had a face, and its face was upside down. Like the mouth was over the eyes. So maybe flip it when you
I'll try it. I'll try it.
Liam, did you not hear my marvelous quote?
Yeah, I heard it. I chose not to acknowledge it, but I heard it. Alright, last block.
Hello, Gongura.
Hey, that was it. Okay, cool.
So I just remember there were graphic settings in Cookie Clicker. So now that I turned everything off, it should make the reindeer clickable now.
What?
Yeah, I
What was not clickable about it before?
Well, see, I'm making so many cookies per second that.
Oh yeah, same. That I have graphical issues.
Yeah. So the reindeer even with the heaven upgrade that makes them move slower, were still too fast for me to click with my. Well, it wasn't that they're too fast. It's that the game is processing so slowly that it means that if I click on the reindeer, even if I do click on the reindeer, it might not be where the game thinks the reindeer is, just where it's showing me the reindeer is.
Just fucking get in there. Just get in there. Fuck.
I actually just turned off fancy graphics too.
Yeah. Yep.
So
See,
yeah,
Liam?
it runs significantly better.
See, Liam, what the game shows you and what the game's actually doing are two different things.
Alright.
I guess I'm going to ascend with these 16,000 levels.
Oh god. I turned fancy graphics off and now it all looks horrible. I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, Josie.
Lol.
Well, I left it off, and the reindeer moved good.
Heavenly upgrade slot 2. What can I put here?
I usually just keep the permanent upgrades at the cats.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me check what mine are.
Mine is, my first one is Santa's Dominion.
Mine
I
is
reckon
cat.
either
Mine is
either a
cats.
cat or dragon cookie or what?
When you have the 5 million cookie cat, then you basically make so many cookies without even trying that you can fully upgrade your Santa like almost instantly.
Yeah.
So I quickly unslotted my Santa upgrade and replaced it with a cat.
Yeah, I'll probably slot a cat too.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do the boss and then we can be done with the stream for today. Cool.
Yep. The only non upgrade I have slotted into my permanent slots is the sunny side up egg. The one that makes the eggs spawn faster. I mean drop faster.
Fuck.
It increases the spawn rate of the random egg drops.
Why are you fighting a cute little artist lolly?
Yes.
Well, that's what Kirby is.
What?
Okay, so the 2D Kirby games typically have wait, no. Okay, so Kirby's Adventure had Paint Roller, an enemy that would paint sprites from a previous game and throw them at you. And I guess this game has a lolicon artist girl instead. She's also in Kirby 64.
I think that's a different character, actually.
Why?
Eh.
Why? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying why would it be a different...
Oh shit, Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright.
Oh yeah, they're in this game, aren't they? I'm a cookie. Oh wow, Ryan was cool 77 man says a lot of things in the Twitch chat. I must click on a cookie. Hold on. Y'all play Kirby pretty good. Oh wait, no. He said y'all play the new Kirby pretty good. Yeah, we did stream it. Ryan was cool 77 says just take a picture of it with your phone or some shit. I don't know what that was in reference to. I apologize. And then he said, yeah, you did it! Because I guess you beat something.
Oh shit,
and then he said Kirby was chubby.
Now see, this area looks a little more like Yoshi's Island.
Alabama Incorporated says that the Lolicon artist lady looks like an extra credits character. She does! She does look like an extra credits character! I gotta write that down! Make sprite edits of artist from Kirby. Oh god!
What?
Right here!
Jesus Christ, Josie, calm the fuck down.
This game triggers my anxiety. I shouldn't be playing it.
Why the fuck does Cookie Clicker trigger your anxiety? What the fuck?
It does the way, because I take it, because I play my Cookie Clicker very seriously.
I like to imagine Josie has like Vietnam flashbacks of Cookie Clicker.
I don't understand why anyone ever starts playing that.
Oh god, I'm gonna die to fucking Krakow. Not even the real Krakow.
The same reason anybody ever does anything, boredom. Make sprites, edits,
yeah, but there's such better things to do.
Yeah.
Then what?
Like shoot a car into space.
Yes, I think Elon Musk sets a great example.
Yeah. I mean, I make jokes, but that was actually a useful thing that he did.
These people, these gods here before a golden cookie even spawns.
Alright, so the thing is, space travel in itself isn't useful, but what we learn from space travel is. And also, these days it is, because also it'd be really nice to not live on a dying planet that we seem to almost be purposely trying to kill at this point. So... But yeah, most modern utilities that we take for granted.
The clutch is real.
Most modern technologies that we take for granted were invented because of space travel, and no one even.
I'll show you a clutch, Liam. Sends pictures of a Lego gearbox transmission.
Yeah.
Have you seen the shit people build out of Lego now?
Yep.
It's just like, I remember like years ago when finding on YouTube somebody making like a 6-speed manual transmission the size of a transformer was amazing. Now they make like 8-speed sequential automatic gearboxes out of Lego, and I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah, well, Lego's good.
Yeah. No, like somebody built this is what's incredible. In 2011, somebody built a Lego RC car with headlights, taillights, brake lights, automatic transmission, suspension, steering, a
Aiden responded.
V8 engine. It's just like the whole thing weighs 3.65 kilograms and is 1/10.
Can I just say, I forgot how weird DDD's castle used to look back in the Dark Matter days. It's literally just like one tower with his colors and a fucking giant red Dark Matter eye on it.
Okay, so Aiden responded to me showing him Jacob Shepard's comment about Takua. And
can we stop the stream? I need to piss.
Yeah, we're trying to do that, but Josie started a thing, so...
I was replying to a viewer comment, Liam.
Well, get on with it then, Josie.
Aiden's response was to just just quote the movie. He just said, Takua!
That was a really useful response to that viewer comment, Josie. Thank you for that.
Liam?
Yes?
It's only a big deal because you made it a big deal. I wouldn't have interrupted to say it if you just let me say it.
Yeah, Liam, you created Josie.
Yeah, man. Like, if you just let me make the damn joke, then I won't constantly be trying to say it.
Yeah, but Josie, we've already established that that's not a thing you're allowed to do anymore.
Alright, well, Liam, it's not a thing that I can consciously stop, because I have tried.
Alright, guys. This was fun. We will see you.
I'm just saying, Liam, I am a force of nature, and it's just going to happen one way or another, so you might as
Show
well
you a
just let
force
it
of
happen.
nature.
Anyway, you're gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna shut off my power for an hour.
Okay. Bring the bucket, guys.
Yeah, even though that hasn't been relevant in months.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
That was just supposed
I
to
could
be.
use the
That was
bucket.
just supposed.
I
That
feel
was just
sick
supposed. To,
still.
that was just supposed to be a thing for that one stream, and then we'd never talk about buckets ever again.
Well, you
You
know what,
ruined it,
Josie?
Liam.
You know what, Josie? You know what, Josie? You know what?
Significant.
You know what?
Enjoy it.
You know what?